affectionate. I'm passionate. I have much strength in me. I'm a woman of multiple different skills. I'm a woman who has come through major tasks in my life, and I've taken all of my tasks and I put them into becoming something like a superhero. In my own way, I'm a superhero. I am a strong woman. I love God. I cannot live without my Savior. I'm a woman who wants to share the life that I have with other women who do not believe that they can have a better, sweeter, greater life to live. And they can. So I want to be the one to share that with them. I had multiple hardships I went through. I was diagnosed with cancer and I beat that hard. I had major surgery done. I nearly died on the operating table. But who said that? God said, I'm not through with you yet. When I first found out the doctor said I had it, I went into denial. I actually told the doctor, you're lying to me. I don't believe you. I want to get another doctor's opinion. And I did get a second doctor's opinion. And the doctor said that, yes, Abbey, you have cancer. But it's in an area of your body where we can get to it. And I guess I was blessed because I had a large tumor that was size of a honeydew melon. If you know how big that fruit is, it's that big. And that tumor actually stopped the cancer from spreading into my body. So I was very, very blessed. But to know that you have cancer, not just for me, for anybody, it's scary. I felt like I was all alone. I felt like I was going to die. I was more scared of taking chemo and radiation than when I prepared myself mentally to go and take the chemo and radiation. I got back down to the VA hospital and they said, well, Abbey, you don't need chemo or radiation. I said, what do you mean? I have cancer. He said, because the cancer has totally left your body. I said, what do you mean? It disappeared? It moved to another area? He said, no, you don't have cancer anymore. You don't need radiation. It's gone. So to me, that was a blessing that God was already inside of my body, healing me the whole time that I didn't have that much faith in myself. When I graduated from high school, I entered into the United States Army because I wanted to better my life. I wanted to become stronger in my own independency. So when I graduated, I went into the military. I developed a skill that I didn't know I had. It was called hand-to-hand combat fighting, which we had to take while we was in basic training. And I got real good at it, and my CO, which means my captain, said, Abbey, you're a pretty good fighter. You need to find something to get into that can make your skills as a woman be useful to other women. So as I got out the Army, I got into martial arts. Martial art, but I did start out shadow boxing for a couple of years, and I found that shadow boxing wasn't what I wanted to do. So I got strongly into the martial art, and I became super good at it. It saved my life a couple times. I'm able to share the skill of martial art with other women, help them to save their life. It's not just martial art is not a way of fighting. People need to understand it's not about fighting. It's about mentally sustaining what you learned in the skills of it and sharing it with other people to better themselves, to discipline themselves, to become strong individual. And it also is a spiritual bond connection with martial arts. For those martial artists out there, they understand what I'm saying. You have to have a spiritual connection as well. Martial art is only used when you need to use it. You know, when you find that you're being field of your life, then you use it. But it's not to be used just to show off. I've been pretty well lucky. I've been in martial art 36 years now. I am a grandmaster. I hold 6 black belts in 7 different systems of martial art. I developed, in 2007, I developed a system that's based on women, teaching women self-defense awareness before it occurs, which means I teach women how to use everything in their house that they use every day that you wouldn't even think is a weapon that will save your life. From the toilet paper you use every day to the flour, the ammonia, your toothpaste, women's lipstick, makeup, whatever we use in life every day, I can teach them how to use it as a weapon. I started modeling back in 1989. How I got started was I had this beautiful friend, the legendary Donnie Green, who was a photographer, who was my photographer, who took some pictures of me and said, Abby, you are so beautiful, so gorgeous. You need to model. You need to take these pictures and be a runway model. So I was a runway stage model for like, oh my God, 20 some years. And I just wanted to show the world how beautiful I was inside as well as outside. I got started in bodybuilding back in 1998. I was kind of a heavy set lady at the time, and I wanted to lose weight. And I said, well, what better way to lose weight? I'm going down to the gym on Harford Road, and I'm gonna start pumping iron and losing weight. So I got in it, and I liked it. I liked the way my body was looking, and I had curves, I had shape. I was feeling strong, energy. I said, I like this. I said, you know what? I'm going to be a semi-pro bodybuilder. And that's how I got started into bodybuilding. The military was an exceptional encouragement for me because it not only built me to be a better person in my life, but it also gave me options to go to school, to get better trades, to make a good life for myself and for my family. And it was rewarding for me. The military was a rewarding blessing for me. Me being a teacher was an honor because I had the best mother in the world. She would make me and my brothers read so much until we became perfect in reading. And I find that the more education you have, the more powerful you are within yourself. And it also gives you a better outlook in life. It opens up doors for you. And no one can take what you learn in your brains out. That's embedded in you forever and ever. I preceded my doctor's degree in Christian spiritual healing counseling in 2017. And the reason why I did because I had so many people who never gave up on me, who counseled me, who just encouraged me. And I want to give back to other people. I want them to know that it's okay to go through trials and tribulations and storms in your life, but you can come out of it. You just got to believe in who you are. Your faith has to be strong in you, but you have to admit that you have a problem, and then you have to find a solution to solve it. When you listen to someone, you find out a great deal of who they are and what they're really going through. And then my whole aspect behind that is, what good is being a counselor if you're not going to sit and listen to that person? Because some people just want you to listen to them. You know, the greatest gift someone in love is listening sometimes. And if they ask for advice, then I'll pop in. Otherwise, I just want to listen to their story. You know, I want to cry with them. I want to feel the pain. As you know, on the talk show, I get a little emotional because I'm into my guests, and I just want them to know that I'm just as passionate as they are. The purpose of my talk show, Faith Walk, is due to the fact that it's based on the experience of my life, in all that I went through, and that I had to rely on my faith in God. I had to put everything that I had into God's hands including my faith building you up. Welcome to my show, Faith Walk. Welcome to Faith Walk. I am your host, and this is being broadcast again from my home. And I want to thank everyone who tuned in to the first two shows, and I pray that you. And I wanted to do a talk show right here in Maryland that can give the Maryland people an opportunity to come on and just tell their story about what they went through or what they're going through and how they can get out of it. If they want to come on, if they got to cry, fine, cry. If they want to shout glory, let them do it. That's what the show is about. It's about faith walk, taking that journey walk in your life and expressing how you feel and who you really are. And then I got to the point where I said, well, I need to go a little bit higher in it. So I changed it from faith walk to transition life, because everybody does not walk in faith, but everybody will go through a transition in their life. I don't care if you're rich, you're poor, whether you're dirty, you're clean. You're going to go through a transition one way or the other, whether it's financial, marriage-wise, mother, father-wise, relationship-wise. We all going to have to go through that transition. And that's where I want my guests to feel free, be comfortable to come on and just share what they're going through with other people. First of all, let the people know, who is the legendary Umar Marvin McDowell?
Well, I'm just a person that's trying to help these kids in Baltimore, and instead of being part of the problem, I want to be part of the solution.
And you never know, their story may be a blessing to help somebody else come out of a transition or of a situation or something bad. So that's the whole purpose why I took this chance to do this show. And I'm very proud of myself. It takes a lot of work. It's not easy putting a show together. So I thank God that I have the ability and skills to do the talk show. And I'm going to continue to do it as long as I'm blessed to do it. Can you explain to me, what was the one most darkest place while you were incarcerated for so many years? What was the one darkest thing that helped you to change or want to change your life to be a better man?
Well, that whole environment was a very dark, gloomy, and eerie place to reside.
If you can't give back, then how can you live? And if you're going to live, you got to give back. That's what God did. He gave back. He not only gave up, but he gave back. When I say gave up, he gave up his life so we can have life. So we have to give back.
Again, empowering yourself through learning is so essential. You have to read. You can't. What is a life when you don't invest in who you are?
Because I can't do anything without God's strength. I can't even do this show without bringing God into this, because he is the source and strength of my life. And your faith is your strength. Moms, I believe in my spirit and in my heart, my soul, my mom would say, Abbey, I'm proud of you, baby. That's what she would say. Because she always told me to follow my dreams. Never let no one tell me what I can't do until I show you what I can do. So I just want to say, Mom, I thank you for being a good mother, and I love you. I am going to have my own talk show on national TV. And I mean that, because I'm going to work hard to do what I have to do with this show to make it go to the top. And I hope and pray that the people will continue to support me. And, that's a blessing. That's my next one, to go national with the show. And I'm going to go.